Today is 14th May 2025, Wednesday. I am Pampa Kuchlyan, a member of Hosla, a senior citizen startup organization, reading news from Hosla Radio. Sending a strong message that the country would not bow down to threats of terrorism and nuclear attacks, Prime Minister Narendra Modi dubbed Operation Sindoor as the new normal for India. He visited Adampur Air Base in Punjab to meet soldiers after a ceasefire with Pakistan. He praised the armed forces for Operation Sindoor. Operation Killer. Gun battle in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian. The Indian Army, based on intelligence inputs of a Rashtriya Rifles unit, launched a counter-terrorism operation in the general area of Shukal Keller in Shopian, Jammu and Kashmir on Tuesday. The operation, known as Operation Keller, was initiated based on specific intelligence received about the presence of terrorists in the region. In the exchange of fire, armed forces eliminated 3 hardcore terrorists. Military officials confirmed that the operation is still ongoing. Reinforcements have been deployed to ensure the safety of civilians in the vicinity and to maintain a strict watch over the area. On May 10, top government sources said any future act of terror in India will be considered an act of war against the country and will be responded to accordingly. The decision came amid the conflict with Pakistan following the Pahalgam terror attack on April 22, which had left 26 civilians, mostly tourists, dead. India will not tolerate any nuclear blackmail. PM said the forces had been given full freedom to wipe out terrorists. Calling Pakistan a living example of state-sponsored terrorism, Prime Minister Narendra Modi outlined the new normal in country's tough anti-terror policy that is committed to strong response irrespective of nuclear blackmail, reminding that is not an era of terror just as it is not an era of war. In a special video address to the nation, PM Modi sent a strong warning to Pakistan, saying terror and talk, terror and trade, and water and blood cannot flow together. Talks with Pakistan only be held on terror. Earlier in the day, PM Modi chaired a high-level meeting with top government functionaries, including Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval to assess the gains from Operation Sindoor. The high-level meeting came 2 days after India and Pakistan arrived at an understanding for a ceasefire, with a decision that the Director General of Military Operations of both sides should talk to each other on May 12. The ceasefire was shot by Pakistan after facing massive air strikes by Indian Air Force that destroyed 11 of its air bases. The meeting also came ahead of DGMOs of India and Pakistan talking to each other on hotlines around 5 p.m. on Monday to discuss the continuation of the ceasefire and the steps to further de-escalate tensions. The Indian government on Tuesday rejected US President Donald Trump's claim that he helped broker a ceasefire between India and Pakistan in exchange of trade concessions, stating unequivocally that the issue of trade did not come up in any discussion between the two nations during the recent military escalation. In response to media queries about Trump's comments, the Ministry of External Affairs clarified that the Indian and the US leadership were in touch during the tense standoff with Pakistan, but there was no conversation on trade. US President Donald Trump has spoken a lot about the India-Pakistan ceasefire. He also claimed that the two countries were poised to go nuclear. Trump also said he threatened to suspend trade ties with India and Pakistan if they did not agree to de-escalate. Responding to a question about Trump's offer to mediate on Kashmir issue, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhi Jaiswal said, India's long-standing position has been that any issue related to Jammu and Kashmir have to be addressed by India and Pakistan bilaterally. Satellites key to India's security. ISRO chairman V. Narayanan on Sunday said that 10 satellites are continuously working round the clock for the strategic purpose to ensure the safety and security of the citizens of the country. Addressing the 5th convocation ceremony of the Central Agricultural University, the ISRO chairman said, if we want to ensure the safety of our country, we have to serve through our satellites. We have to monitor our 7,000 kilometer seashore areas. Without satellite and drone technology, we can't achieve many things. He said that through many satellites, the ISRO has been serving the common man in agriculture, tele-education, telemedicine, television broadcast, weather forecasting, environment, food sector, and security and strategic areas. He said that in 9 places in space sector, India is number 1 in the world. Chandrayaan-1 mission discovered evidence of water molecules on the moon's surface. India was first country to achieve this. Significantly, India built satellites for G20 countries to monitor climate change and other sectors, Narayanan said, adding that India and the US would build the world's more expensive and advanced Earth imaging satellite, and it would be launched from India itself. He predicted that before India celebrates 100 years of its independence, the country would be a master in every field. The country would be an outstanding contributor to the world. With the retirement of Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Justice Bhushan Ram Krishna Gavai is all set to take over as the 52nd Chief Justice of India on Wednesday. May 14, he will be only the second Dalit to occupy the top judicial post after Justice K.G. Balakrishnan, who served as Chief Justice of India from January 14, 2007 to May 12, 2010. Coming from a humble background in a semi-slum area of Amravati, Maharashtra, Justice Gavai's life story is one of perseverance, integrity, and constitutional idealism. The outgoing Chief Justice was given a warm ceremonial farewell in Court Number 1. Senior members of the bar and the bench paid rich tributes to C.J.I. Khanna's jurisprudential legacy, judicial discipline, and moral clarity. In a major cybersecurity breach, the official website of Central Coalfields Limited, a key subsidiary of Coal India Limited and a strategic branch of India's coal production network, was hacked early Tuesday morning. Visitors to www.centralcoalfields.in were greeted with a disturbing message attributed to Mr. Habib 404, which read, "You thought you were safe, but we are everywhere. Pakistan's cyber forces have awakened." The breach triggered immediate alarm at CCL's headquarters in Darbhanga House, Ranchi. System engineers were deployed to contain the incident and restored functionality, although company officials stated it was still uncertain how long a full recovery would take. The breach points towards potential lapses in digital oversight and raises questions about the seriousness with which cybersecurity is treated across public sector undertakings. Life in Srinagar city and elsewhere in Kashmir Valley returned to normal as schools, colleges, universities, markets, transport, and other businesses started functioning normally on Tuesday, with the first flight landing at Srinagar airport after 7 May when the airfield was taken over by the Air Force. Except for border areas of Uri, Thangdar, Karnal and Gurej, schools open normally throughout the valley. The suspended Hajj flights are being resumed and the pilgrims going to Saudi Arabia have been asked to report at the Hajj house in the Bemina area of Srinagar at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. While authorities did not publicly elaborate on the specific cause, decision to halt flights was made as a precautionary measure to ensure the safety of travelers and crew members. Center designates September 23 as New National Ayurveda Day. In a landmark decision to enhance global visibility and consistency in observance, the government has officially designated 23rd September as the date of celebrating Ayurveda Day each year. Until now, Ayurveda Day coincided with Dhanteras Day. As the date of Dhanteras fluctuates each year, the observance of Ayurveda Day lacks a fixed annual date. So this date is fixed by expert committee constituted by Ayush Ministry. Now some international news. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan held a phone conversation with his Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky, reiterating Turkey's commitment to facilitating peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine, according to statement by Erdogan's office. The call with Zelensky came just one day after Erdogan spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin, during which the Turkish president said his country is ready to host peace talks between Russia and Ukraine in Istanbul again. In a statement to journalists at the Kremlin on Sunday, Putin proposed the resumption of direct negotiations with Ukraine on May 15 in Istanbul. Hamas releases Israeli-American hostage in a goodwill gesture towards Trump administration. Hamas on Monday released an Israeli-American soldier, Eden Alexander, 21, was the first hostage released since Israel shattered an 8-week ceasefire with Hamas in March and unleashed fierce strikes on Gaza that have killed hundreds of Palestinians. Days before ceasefire ended, Israel blocked all imports from entering the Palestinian enclave, deepening a humanitarian crisis and sparking warnings about the risk of famine if the blockade isn't lifted. Israel says the steps are meant to pressure Hamas to accept a ceasefire agreement on Israel's terms. The biggest film festival in the world, Cannes Film Festival, started yesterday, May 13, with films, glamour and celebrities from around the globe. The festival is one of the most anticipated mega events in the world. Celebs from all over the world will walk the red carpet at the event. It is the 78th Cannes Film Festival. Saudi Crown Prince welcomes Trump. US President Donald Trump opened his 4-day Middle East trip on Tuesday, paying a visit to Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, for talks on US efforts to dismantle Iran's nuclear program, end the war in Gaza, hold down oil prices, and more. It is to be noted that the USA announced a new sanction on Iran following fourth round of nuclear talks, which concluded on Sunday. To get a fresh air meanwhile, and to lighten our mood, some other news. The Madhya Pradesh government has granted in principle approval to a plan worth rupees 47.11 crore to improve the management of wild elephants and reduce human-elephant conflict in the state. This comprehensive plan focuses on areas within protected zones where elephants are known to move or reside, as well as regions outside such zones. The plan includes different programs which will play a key role in the implementation of elephant conservation and conflict mitigation efforts. Cricketer Virat Kohli and his actor wife Anushka Sharma visited the ashram of Sant Premanand Maharaj at Sri Radhe Hit Keli Kunj here on Tuesday. Virat announced his retirement day before yesterday, and this considered to be his first public appearance after retirement. The Central Board of Secondary Education declared its Class 10 and 12 result yesterday, with girls outshining the boys at country and state levels in the secondary and high secondary examination this year. In West Bengal, over 86,000 students appeared for Class 10 and 12 exams combined, with girls comprising about 44% of the candidates. News here ends today. Greetings to all. Namaskar.